For today's video, we are going to tackle the review on segmentals, suprasegmentals, modes of communication, and types of speech delivery. For the first topic, we have the segmentals. Accordingly, segmentals denotes or relates to the division of speech into segments. But for us to deeply understand what segmental really means, I will introduce to you its features. The features of segmentals are the vowels, diphthongs, and consonants. At this moment, we will first discuss the vowels. As we all know, vowels are the A, E, I, O, U. So the sounds of that vowels are the ones that we will be talking about. But before that, I have here the single vowel sounds, or also known as monophthongs, in which there is only one sound in a syllable. These are now the examples of monophthongs. This kind of alphabets are better known as the International Phonetic Alphabets, or IPA. If you can see alphabets with a colon, it means that you will prolong its pronunciation. So this time, I am going to reveal the individual sounds of each alphabet. E, I, U, U, E. I will pick two alphabets and I will give examples that has the same sound with the chosen alphabets. So I have now here this alphabet. Since this alphabet will be pronounced as E, I have here examples with the same sounds. Me, be, need. Okay, this is the second alphabet I've chosen. Since this alphabet is pronounced as E, so the examples are get, when, and well. Now, we will proceed to the diphthongs. Accordingly, diphthongs has two vowel sounds in a syllable. These are now the examples, and I will pronounce its individual sounds. A, oi, I. I will pick two diphthongs and I will give examples that possesses the same sound. Okay, since this diphthongs is pronounced as I, the examples are I, by, and time. This diphthong is pronounced as A, so the examples are say and make. Let's proceed to the consonants. I have here a few examples of consonants. Now I will pick two consonants and give examples that has the same sound with that consonants. For the first consonant, we have the make, money, and month. For the second consonant, we have the real, run, and right. So that's all for the segmentals, and let's now proceed to suprasegmentals. Suprasegmentals are known as the musical aspects of speech. But for us to deeply understand suprasegmentals, I will introduce to you its features. These are now the features of suprasegmentals. We have the length, stress, pitch, intonation, juncture, and tempo. First feature that we will discuss is the length. Accordingly, length is the physical duration of sound or utterance. For the examples, I am using the Japanese language. We have here the word biru. If we will just say biru means building. But if we will say biru, since the first syllable has the colon, it means beer. So the meaning will change. For the second feature, we have the stress. Stress is the intensity or prominence given to a syllable. I have here the examples. If the word is noun, the stress will be found in the first syllable. But if the word is verb, the stress will be found in the second syllable. Example for nouns, we have the record, progress, present. For the verbs, we have the record, progress, and present. Next, we have the pitch. Pitch is the highness and lowness of one's voice. I have here examples, and I am using the Chinese language. We have here the word ma. If we will say it in high pitch, it means mother. But if we will say it in low pitch, the meaning will change. It means scold. Okay, next we have the intonation. Intonation is the rise and fall of the voice when speaking. I have here three types of intonation. We have here the falling intonation, rising intonation, and partial intonation. Okay, now we will tackle the falling intonation. Falling intonation means the voice falls on the final stressed syllable. It expresses a complete, definite thought and asks WH questions. Example: where are you going? I got a new job. So next we have the rising intonation. Rising intonation means the voice rises at the end of the sentence. This is common in yes-no questions or in expressing surprise. For example, is she the new teacher? Are you hungry? Okay, next we have the partial intonation. Partial intonation means the voice rises then falls. We use this intonation when we are not sure about the sentence. For example, I would like to help you, but... So now let's proceed to the juncture. Juncture is the transition from one segmental phoneme to another. The listener can distinguish between two sounds that have different meanings. For example, anode from an ode, white shoes from white shoes, nitrate from nitrate. For the last feature, we have the tempo. Tempo refers to the speed of speaking. I didn't set examples here since tempo is just referring on how fast or how slow the person speaks. Okay, let's now proceed to the modes of communication. The modes of communication are the verbal, nonverbal, visual, and written. First, we will discuss the verbal. Verbal communication is the transfer of information through speaking or sign language. For example, video conferences, phone calls, meeting, and one-on-one conversations. So next, we have the nonverbal communication. It is the transmission of messages or signals through nonverbal platforms such like body language, facial expressions, and gestures. Next is the visual communication. It is the use of visual elements to convey information. Examples of visual elements are photographs, arts, drawings, sketches, charts, and graphs. So those are the ones that they use to convey information. Lastly, we have the written communication. It is the sending of messages, orders, or instructions in a form of writing. For example, books, pamphlets, blogs, letters, memos, and more. As of this moment, we will tackle our last topic. Our last topic is the types of speech delivery. So these are the types of speech delivery. We have the impromptu, extemporaneous, manuscript, and memorized. For the impromptu speaking, it is the presentation of a short message without advanced preparation. Self-introduction is an example for this. The advantage of this kind of speaking is that it is spontaneous and responsive. The disadvantage is that the speaker is given just a little or no time in constructing messages. Next, we have the extemporaneous speaking. It is the presentation of a carefully planned and rehearsed speech. This kind of speaking is used in a great majority of public speaking. The advantage for this is that it promotes the likelihood that the speaker is knowledgeable and credible. The advantage for this is that it requires a great deal of preparation both verbally and non-verbally. So next we have the manuscript speaking. It is the word-for-word iteration of a written message. The speaker maintains his or her attention to the printed page. The advantage for this is that you can exactly repeat the original words, yet the disadvantage is that it is typically not interesting way to present in which the eye of the speaker will just be focusing on the script and not to the audience. Lastly, we have the memorized speaking. It is reciting a scripted page from memory. Examples for those who use memorized speaking is the actors and actresses. They recite from memory whenever they perform a script in a stage play, television program, or a movie scene. The benefits for this is that the speaker can maintain the eye contact to the audience. So that's all for the whole lesson. Thank you for watching.